The greatest gift one can have is within one's mind. When your mind is good, when your mind is feeling good, when you can think and use your mind, interruption service, my mind is the extension conscience in creation, for which in the birth of the light arc and the movements of the fleshy robotic can't move without the light mind, just to know movement. How many children say more than what you show them at the beginning, yet they're moving their arms and their legs? Are they choosing to move their arms and their legs? What's the arc? The carrier, the beholder of the light. Silver spirit speed. Silver 85, 58, 125, 512. One is 15. The other is 24. Very important. Because I say so. For me. It's all about for me and nobody else. First of all, I want to interrupt this. And I want to say I'm sorry for being such a hardhead today to a friend of mine. And to the lady who was a hardhead, but I had no choice in the matter, because if I didn't make it relevant, then it wouldn't stand out and it wouldn't make a difference, even if the truth was in your face. So I saw the truth was in my face, and I asked a question. So there was a recommendation from a mandate asking me to put on my, right? But when I walked to the door, I took it off because I didn't see a sign. There's always signs because it's only a mandate, a recommendation. So so if it's a recommendation, some choose to, some choose don't, because it's recommended. That's all. 3 out of 4 dentists recommend, but not the other one. So that's okay. It tells me one of every 4, it's okay. It's on the 180-degree size facing you, just like a Mack truck and a Chrysler car. The DC world of man. And it only becomes man at the 169th moon. But when it becomes the Bat Lady, let me show you this. That 156. 156. Now, is it, where do we get the 156? It's 12 times 13 equals 156. Now, I have to figure something else out here. I forget there was something else, some other mathematical piece I was working on with Rubik's Cube, right? And how do we get 13? We get 7 and 6, 13. We get 9 and 4, 13. We get 8 and 5, 13. What I was talking about with 8s, it was 8, 8, 8 multiplied and added equals to 24 and 5, 12. And 5, 5, 5 added and multiplied equals to 15 and 125. This is yo. 15 for the O and 25 for the Y. The reverse is 12 for the O, which becomes LO, and 10 becomes JY. More like jolly. It's a jolly, jolly Christmas and a hunt. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Look at that. It could have been jolly, right? This is 12, and this one is 02. So 02 becomes BY. Yo, LB. I'm just trying to think. Lobby, 13. I'm just trying to think on my own. But anyways, irregardless, this always reminds me of ounce or 11, the 2, when it's written this way. Let me fix my camera here. Yeah, so I feel really bad what I did. I didn't really do anything, but you know, I'm going to tell you, they didn't put anything up in the window. I just asked the little girl, I just said, please show me where it says, you know, there was nothing in the window. And that's all I wanted to know. Nothing in the window. I wanted to know why you're telling me this. And then I sat down, and that was it. And then they came and they said, because I asked a question like that, and I didn't listen to what they told me, but I did sit down and nobody else was wearing it. So why should I, right? It was only just for that little period. So yeah, okay, right, wrong. It's, you know, it's questionable. It's not my place. It's their place. They asked me to leave. I left, you know. That was it. The end. You asked me, you know, whatever it is. I just, you know, but I think we have to all share with each other. And, you know, so then when you go left, okay, and you share, so those words in left and sharing, so if you're sharing from left, you share to right. And it was a question. The question is always 17 to 21. That's where the question is. Everybody's trying to get in between 17 and at 21. So everybody's trying to get to 18, 19, 20, and 21. With 21, there's no other cards, 0. 20, you need a 1. 19, you need a 2. 18, you need a 3. And 17 is the mirror, you need a 4. The difference between, you see, this is blackjack, right? This is BJ. This is your 2 and your 10. This is your blue world. This is 8 and 12 if you want to expand what Rubik's cube is. Here there's this, and then this one, okay? There is this, because you have a color here, here, and here. And this one, you only have a color here and here. Here you have 3 colors. Here you only have 2 colors. So, and what is 3, 2, 2? Well, if you want to talk about the 7 void and the 7 void in the 6 light, ABC creation, you see, this one can be inverted. These cannot. AB are the Venus gates to the 7th gate. That other number coming somewhere from Rubik's Cube, I don't remember where I got that number from. I wish I did. I did it in a previous video. It is the letter O and the letter F in the word of. It is the bat on the 12th year of a female's bar mitzvah. Okay, split them in half. It's 78 and 78 is 156. Split it again is 39. Everything else in between is the area, okay, in between that number, in between over here, whether it's 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 1/3, 1/2, 1/4, okay, is between here and here, which is half of this. We're running half-lives and full lives, and then in between each sector. Do you follow what I'm saying? And then if you U the sector, what is in between here and here? It's 39, so there's 38 missing in between here. And there's how much missing in between here? There's 77 missing in between here. So for me, it tells me matter, creation, heaven. It tells me of Christ and the angels. This O always tells me about 1/4 of time, which is 15. Also telling me about Mars. Also telling me about the 3rd gate, the 7th gate of the 3 creation, which is creation of 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will create that configuration. So just note that this is the female. So when you split it in half, the first time and then the last time, okay, we're not going to split it again, because once we split it again, it becomes A, E, and I. These are the angels, 3 13s. Right, these are 12 13s, so we can break these up. I'm not going to explain to you what I mean. I mean, we can break the year up right? We have the 13 moons. We can go 616 to the 13 moons. Now what I'm going to do is 8 and 8 is 16. 7 and 7 is 14. The letter is N. The letter is P. So remember when NP, penny, maybe, when you add these together, it becomes 57, which is now moon. So this is the GH, which is the gate heaven, 78, through the female 66, which I've designed already, to where here's 5 and here's 7 and here's 5, and 66 is here, and it's overlapped in the center by the 8. And then the 8 and the 9 are overlapped, okay, in between the 5 and the 6 by number 9. 9 overlaps 8, 5, and 6. 8 takes over for the 7th gate. See, once you get up to 7, you now go down, unless you come into the So you remember what I said, Mars? So now it shows me Mars above and below. And Earth is the bullhorns, right? And Earth, okay, becomes over here. I'm just trying to see if I can explain this properly. What it is, gematria and numbers. G over to M, over to N, over to T, down over to Z. And what I do next is I go back to the top, I cross over, I come all the way down. Coming down here and coming down here is where 8, 9, 8, sorry, where 7, 9, 11, 13 come in. The in-between plus areas, I have to stand up. Okay, the in-between areas, the odd and the even are connecting another 2 pieces, always 3, 1 connecting 2. So, yeah, so where were we in this? So what we do is we end up by seeing this over here, right? And this is created by number 17, Q. Q comes in with J. I got to stand up. My leg is hurting. Perhaps I am thinking of taking my desk and going back to the old corner and leaving this all open and just running a shade so you can't see my other desk. I don't know. I always liked 2 desks. But if I had 2 desks with... Anyways, I'm thinking. I had a thought. Yes, one of the things. What is 156? 156, okay, is 26 cubes. 26 cubes. Just give me a second. 156 times 26 equals 156, equivalent to 12 years and 13 moons per year. So if we see something to do with P and Y equaling to 41 KB, I'm not sure if you want to look at this equaling to 13. Now, what is it to do KBs with computers? This is 11 and this is 2. Why is that? Because this is 77, having to do with matter of something that has been split. That is 1 and 6. And when it's split like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 goes with 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 goes with 3, 4, 5, and 6. So your direct link inside of here, okay, is going to be, let me see, here and here. See, we're not touching the first two to link. So here we're going to jump over 2 and go to 3 and to 4 link, because your last one and your first one. And here we are on the outside of the cube, what is above and below. And these situations that I present to you is because the cube presented it to me. So if this cube was made up of what is Rubik's Cube, and I don't have one with me, there are 26 blocks. But there are 156 there's 156 color, okay? 156 color, in which 54 get the front color. Okay, and then there's 102 Valentine, or again, 2B, 10J, to be or not to be. 5 times 2 equals to what is 10. 0.5 and 0.5 equals to what is 10. What is 10? It is A, B, C, D equaling to 10J, which skips over E, F, G, H, and I. So now we have to see that in between that is that G becomes the 7th gate to 5G and I. Do you see this situation of A, B, C, D? If we went A, B, C, okay, and then we would have F6, we would be looking is where is the DE world. And then if we had AB, it would be C, so there would be actually no difference. And I don't want to say that's the 15th letter, but it becomes no difference, becomes 6 within itself. AB equals to C. This equals to this equals to 12. The mirror of this would be that. Anyways, to move on, so that's your Rubik's Cube. So now what we do is we have 2 cubes. So that would be 156, 156, 54, and 54. These are the colors on the outside of Rubik's. Okay, so you'll have 312 and 108, and then we're going to go, I don't know if I want to go a full time, right? Or should I go a part time? I need to break this down. Now, it breaks down into periods of 28, where, let me see if this is right. Does that break down into 156? No, 78, sorry, 78, 39. So the number is 39. So it becomes 39. So after this, I would end up with 39, 49, 50, 50, be 351 on the next one, and that would complete the alphabet. So it'd be 39. Let me just see something here. Give me a second. I'm doing a calculation as I talk to you. 39 equals to 351. So that means 351 divided by 26 equals to, the average alphabet number is 13.5 times 26 equals to 351. But we have AE, AEI, O, and U equaling to 51, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10.2 times 5. Again, 10.2, we just did it over here. That's what the average vowel is worth, right? 10 is where blackjack comes in. The blackjack, how can I explain this? 102 is BJ Blackjack. This is a part of the moon, 201. 102 come together, gets to be part of the moon. Anything to do with 201, 261, not 206. I don't think 206. That's a gateway because it can become 266. But anyways, let me move on. That we have the rest of the consonants. Consonants equals to 300. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is going to be 20 times value of 15. So it's 13.5 the value of the vowels, but it's a value of 15 equaling to 300. And this one would become 1 through 20 equals to 210, and 1 through 15 equals to 120. That's when you're counting. So there's a 90-degree in between the two. By the way, one is pool, one is darts, the other one is bowling. 15 balls, 20 darts, 300 for bowling. The separation of the alphabet. So we did that. There was one last piece I wanted to do, and I'm probably going to do it in my next video. And it has to do with 4:20 and 7 a.m. Versus 7 p.m. when they say 1900 hours. So when you say 1900, you automatically must show that. That's how the separation comes in when you put it into, I don't know, that's how they separate numbers. The same way they separate this over here. Okay, so that's 420. Now what it is 7 times 60 minutes equals 420 minutes. So that means we have a 20, a 20, a 20, and a 20. Now, if we brought this together, okay, if we did it this way, and we brought them together, this square over here, this square over here, and now we have this dimension the same way as if we worked in the Earth's house, right? We would have this square, we would put this square over it, and then we can create the base. See, the base here is the X, the base here. So I'm always calling this Mars, and I'm always calling this Earth. You can put Earth inside here. How do you do it? It's very simple. See the shaded area here? This shaded area and this area is a total of 9. So you shade overlapping. So once you shade overlapping, you have 9. And then you have 3, 1, 3. 1, 2, you have one, sorry, not even 3, 1, 3, because it's the corners, right? And the corners are noted as 22s, and the other ones are noted as 1221s, which means in Monopoly, if this is the same grid-like setup, you'll have more than a single block. But we're just going to do this as a base block. We're going to have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you'll have 12. So here you'll have 4, and then you'll have 12. This is noted as the purple house, purple Pegasus, window, 88, 88, 88, Pegasus NGC 7286. This is where it's at right now in the house planet. This is where we are right now. It's not probable that we're anywhere else because the blue, white, and red, the blue 40, the red 27, the purple 88. So when you add these two to 67, when you add this word to 88, the only thing missing is the cube 21. The mathematics for this create this, which is energy. 64 and 16, 1 and 7. We are at that Zion gate. The inverse to the foreworld is going to be 32 versus 37, the creation gate. This is the minus, this is the plus. To the 4, this will be 20, 29. Again, to the singular Venus gate, 29, 39, 49. 29 is primary, right at the sun, birth in the sun. I don't know what it all means. We have to come together to think about it. So again, 7 o'clock is 420. 420 is 4 parts of what is 80. AT inside the cat's house, the bat house, the hat house, the mat house. Inside A, B, C, D, E, F. Inside the fat house, fat cat. F, G, H. Inside the hat on the cat. Holding the bat lady. Where you at? Right? I am registered, and this is my email. So anyways, I'm just fooling around with everything, but this is what it is. When you have win, it comes from different words. I mean, we can break down these words. Double letter, take away 19, and take away both S's saying AI, AI. Because that's what it is, the 19th letter, A and I. You can also say I have, double letter. P is the half-life of the half-life. Okay? It is path. I'm not really sure what that means, but anyways, 6767. It looks like I'm stuck with the spirit at the gateway. Spirit of 76, the half-life. Spirit at the gateway, intercepted. So we get to 1900 again with the spirit. We get 420, knowing that is CBD, THC, time, heaven, creation, 28 or 20 and 8 and 03. That's it. I'm a little burnt right here trying to put everything together. I don't remember. There's so many things going on, but there's definitely no doubt in my mind. Let there be none in yours. Do the work. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. It's the pain in my leg. Thank you for watching this video.